welcome back to my channel. So in this May 2024 and throughout all the years, maybe you want to upgrade your life into a better version of yourself. Maybe you want to achieve your goals. Maybe you want to chase after that dream body of yours. Maybe you want to attract abundance, success, health, prosperity. If you are thinking about doing all these manifestations, then you've come to the right video, because in this video I'm going to tell you how exactly you can change your life around and some things that you haven't been noticing yet. It's so easy for people nowadays to just do vision boards and come up with phrases like, I want to be rich, I want to be successful. Well, great, everyone wants to be rich, everyone wants to be successful, but if things are this easy, and if you think that life will eventually happen to you, and if you think that you can just sit in your room all day and just manifest, you are wrong. Everyone wants to be rich, everyone wants to be successful, but only a small percentage of people are really successful and rich. Only a small percentage of people are really achieving their goals. What's the difference between that? What's the difference between people who wants to be rich and people who are rich? Well, action. Now you know your goal, now you know what you want, but what are you doing to get that? What are you doing to be successful? What are you doing to really build your own business? What are you doing to, be the top of the class? It all takes actions. I think people take most of things for granted, and sadly, above all, I think people take time for granted. One more day, one more hour of procrastination wouldn't hurt, right? Yeah, it wouldn't if you're just talking about in a day, but if you just procrastinate 1 hour a day, that's gonna be 365 hours a year of you rotting away your time. So don't get me wrong, I love rest too, but don't ever give yourself rest as an excuse to procrastinate. Rest and procrastination is a different thing. Maybe now you might be asking, but Casey, don't you procrastinate too? Of course, I am a human, I procrastinate too. What do you think I am, right? I procrastinate too. Everyone procrastinates. I think it has to do something with our human blueprint, something that's called human blueprint. So you know that there's a saying that says there's two people. One is someone who loves to complete the task before giving himself a rest, and another is someone who likes to procrastinate before completing the task. So what's the difference between these two people? I think it's the human blueprint. I think that's how their brains are wired in their mindset. So I want to talk more about the human blueprint in this video. I read a book by T. Harv Eker about the financial freedom. The book name is Secret of a Millionaire Mind. The author basically said that the way people earn money and the way people manage their money, it actually has to do with their human blueprint. It has to do with how their brains are wired around the concept of money. I think the same formula applies to our everyday lives too. These days I've been realizing that everything around us is just an illusion. Even our lives are the illusions, because even our perception on Taylor Swift wouldn't be the same on how you view her and how I view her. Our brain creates the illusions around us. Our brain creates the perception on how we view Taylor Swift. Because I think if you convince yourself that Taylor Swift is a chef and not a singer, then if you just keep telling yourself every day that Taylor Swift is a chef, Taylor Swift is a chef, maybe you might find proofs that she is a chef and not a singer. Maybe one day you wake up and you will really start to think that Taylor Swift is a chef and not a singer, because that's how our brain works. Our brain, our mindset, we can trick them into thinking the way we want to, into changing the perspective of our life. Since our life is just built up of the present, past, and future, and that means that you can be a little bit delulu and really shape your life into the way you want to. If you think that you're the main character, you are actually a main character. If you think that your life is something else, if you think that your life is in a dystopian movie, your brain is automatically going to find the proof and find the statements that support your illusions. Silence all the thoughts, silence all your limiting beliefs, silence all your I can and I can'ts. Just close your eyes and imagine, visualize your life, and really start to ask yourself, the problems that I'm facing in my life right now, do I deserve to face them? Do I deserve this kind of life that I'm having? What is the kind of life that I deserve? What kind of people do I surround myself with? Right now, what kind of thing do I tolerate and what kind of things I don't tolerate? Ask yourself that, and you're gonna start see that even the problems around you, most of them, they are all up to you. Maybe these problems, people give it to you, people put all their burdens onto you, but really you are the only person, you are the creator of your life. You are in fully control of your life. You can choose what problems that you can set your mind into and solve, and you can choose what problems that you want to let go of. Maybe your life is hard because you are making your life hard. Maybe you keep thinking that my life is hard, but what about you change that narrative into thinking that I don't deserve to feel this way, I don't deserve to live this way? Because honestly, on this earth, we all are living only once, and we all have one life. Every day that we wake up, it's our second chance to live our life again, to live our life the way we truly want. So maybe right now you're stuck in a job that you don't want to do. Maybe you're stuck in a place where you feel like you can't get out, but you feel so suffocated, you want to get out from this place. Maybe you feel like your life is so out of control. What I want you to do is that ask yourself, do I deserve to feel burdened by these problems? Why am I solving these problems that are not even mine? Start visualizing yourself as someone who is very selective of who you surround yourself with. Start visualizing yourself as someone who is very selective of your energy, someone who thinks that your energy is really sacred. Once you start to imagine that you're this kind of person, your brain will automatically think that, oh, I am this kind of person. And if you start to think that you're this kind of person, then you are going to start acting like that kind of person. When I was in the public speaking competition, there was this one girl, and she was really nervous. She was like younger than me, but I saw potential in her, right? So I really saw potential in her. So after I finished my public speaking, she came to me and she was like, oh, you spoke so good. How did you do that? How come you have this so much confidence? And I asked her, well, do you have any singers that you like? Do you like Taylor Swift or do you like Ariana Grande? She said that, oh, I like Taylor Swift a lot. And I told her, go up to the stage, start to pretend that you're Taylor Swift. She suddenly had this burst of energy because she is pretending herself that she is Taylor Swift. She is lying and telling to her brain that she is Taylor Swift right now, so she wouldn't have a stage fright at all. The way our human blueprint is built is going to affect the way we function in our life. You might be asking, okay, I keep doing these things that successful people do, but why am I not successful? Maybe it has something to do with your blueprint. Because if the root is rotten, if you just keep on watering the tree, you won't bear any fruits because the root is rotten. The main problem is not the tree being dehydrated, the root is rotten, which means that if you don't fix something in your human blueprint, no matter how hard you try, maybe something is going to get into your way. We have to be really conscious about our subconscious mind, because you know why? Our thoughts become our words become our actions, and our actions become a habit. In order to fix your human blueprint, you have to know what is really wrong with your human blueprint, right? As someone from Asian, people around me, they force me to be a doctor. They want me to have good grades, and since I have good grades, they expect much from me. They want me to be the doctor. Since people keep on forcing me like this, I get really irritated a lot, and I wanted to prove people wrong, that I can be successful without getting any good grades. I can still fail my test, and I wouldn't be a doctor, but I would still be a successful millionaire. But it was not my decision. It was my subconscious mind. It was what's written in my human blueprint. And ever since my subconscious slowly shifted into that kind of mindset, I started failing my grades. When that really happened, I was devastated. So I talked it out to someone else, and turns out that it was all stemming from inside of me. It stemmed from my human blueprint, from how I think, from the way I think. So I realized that I was purposely holding myself back from doing these academic activities. However, I learned that it's the wrong thing, because no matter if I want to prove them wrong or prove them right, it's still a form of self-sabotaging. It's not good. So I rewire my brain again. I fix my human blueprint again. And what really happened is that I start to see better performance in my academics again. And I was really happy, because that was the moment where the human blueprint thing really blew my mind. It means that your human blueprint is everything. Ever since we were young, we pick up the little informations from our parents, from our environment, from the teachers, from my friends, and those little things start to become our thoughts. And actually, they're not our thoughts, but they start to act like our thoughts, and that's how the human blueprint happens. We have to start shifting those narratives into something more positive, so that we can work around this. We can actually develop on ourselves, because what I want to say is the only person getting in your way is you, and you are the creator of your life. You are fully in control of your life. So after you know what your exact blueprint, and after you know what your subconscious mind is thinking, you can start to act on the action. And I think that you will be really successful and you will be unstoppable afterwards. And I think that that's how you actually can turn your life around. I'm going to end this video now because it's night and I still have a lot of things to do. I hope that this video helped you and maybe motivated you a little bit. And I love you all. I'm proud of you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.